Hi, welcome to the basement. This is Daniel Miller, and this is my co-host as always, Buster Laco. We're going to talk about some good stuff today, some good questions, some good meetings, and some good music stuff, and I don't know, some other stuff. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Daniel Miller. I like fitness and water.
He likes water. You hear that, guys? What's your favorite kind of water?
Aquafina, of course.
Okay, that's good. That's like a solid A tier. What about if you had to tier list the top 5 like most popular waters? What would you do?
Aquafina, definitely Deer Park. I think Deer Park has some good flavor. Kroger brand.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Kroger brand is
That's a
good.
good one.
Yeah. Probably Smart Water. Does Propel count?
Sure.
Okay, then
Yeah.
Propel.
Yeah, we'll call that
That'd be
one.
my 5th one.
Propel's good. It just makes you thirstier.
It does, yeah.
Doesn't it? Have you tried it?
I can actually drink Propel.
Really?
It doesn't have actual sugar in it. It has sugar alcohols, which is like tastes good, but it comes out in urine. So it doesn't actually get processed as a sweetener. It's a good deal.
That is a good deal.
It's full of electrolytes.
It is.
Yeah, so we're going to...
Yeah.
Before we get into actually everything, I just want to say welcome back to the basement. This is we're rolling season 2 now. We're gonna have some subtle changes going on. You know, we had a little bit of a break, and we're gonna start integrating a couple newer things into the show. And on the Actual Reality Corporation channel, you've probably seen a couple of the other things, but we're going to start investing in those a little more and upping the production of some of those. We got a new cool series and it's going to start rolling out eventually, whenever we get around to it, which is hopefully soon. So the first thing we're going to talk about is you said you were very involved with calisthenics.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about that. We're going to roll into fitness with that.
All right. Well, the reason I like calisthenics more than like weightlifting is because whenever you weightlift, it's very like isolated. You only work like one muscle at a time. So when you do calisthenics, it's like more compound. You work like a push-up. You know, you got like your core and your shoulders and your forearms and your biceps and triceps, all that. So it's really a lot more time efficient.
Aren't there like just like 5 or fewer exercises that are really involved as far as that goes?
What do you mean?
Like there are limited amount of exercises you actually work with in calisthenics.
I mean, I've learned about a lot of many different ones. I have a bunch.
Okay.
I do like shoulder workouts and chest and core and all that stuff, but like have a bunch of different exercises for each.
What do you do at the gym? Because I know you go to the gym a lot.
A lot of pull-ups. And I do a lot of push-ups, like different variations of push-ups, you know, like widespread, and you bring it in, and then like planche push-ups. I try to do a lot of skill training too. Like I want to get better at like handstands and like muscle ups and stuff like
Really,
that.
handstands. Wow, that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Can you turn me up a little bit?
Yeah.
I feel a little bit low. I'm used to being higher. Okay. You know, back when I used to work out like that, I would only drink water. Back when I was healthy, I would run 5 or 6 miles a day at the minimum. So there was days I ran 13, or well, probably not 13, probably 11-ish miles. I think 13 was the most I ran. I ran a half marathon once. I was 14. That was back when I was healthy, and now I'm not. But yeah, it makes you feel better, and it's probably a lot safer than actually lifting, you know, and like doing crazy amounts of weights.
Yeah.
And like you said, time-wise, it's probably a lot better.
Yeah, I see a lot of people spend a lot of time and they don't really ever make progress.
Mm-hmm.
But
I feel like people think they have to lift if they want to be huge.
yeah,
Because they feel
and
like,
you do
oh,
look bigger when you lift. You have a
Yeah.
different look. Because with calisthenics, you don't look like massive. You just are strong. You have a lot
Yeah.
more strength.
it's
I
more
heard, like,
legit.
the best way to lift weights or to work with weights is squats with over your back like that.
Yeah, I've never actually tried that before.
I see that a lot.
Yeah.
That's cool. I gotta say that's pretty cool that you don't use weights, because like, I don't know. I feel like people are like, oh, you know, want to go lift, like that's like the
it's kinda
automatic response to like exercise.
Yeah.
That or running. Running is
I do
good.
run a lot.
Running is
I
good.
try to run every day or bike on the bike machine.
Yeah. And I think people think, oh, if I can bike a long way, I can run a long way. But man, running is so much harder than
Running
biking.
is hard.
People don't realize how much more difficult it is to run 2 miles than it is to bike 8. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
biking is kind of easy.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's for every 7 biked miles, it's 1 ran mile.
Yeah, I'd believe that.
And it's like a lot slower pace of a, you know what I'm saying? You have to be biking very fast to equal a normal jog pace.
Yeah.
But what is your diet? Because we'll talk about diet for a second.
Okay. I just eat. Well, my diet really consists mostly of trying to like avoid a lot of junk food, a lot of like sugary and fat foods.
Okay.
I just try to eat like a lot of protein, like processed mini wheats, stuff like that, protein bars, and like apples, fruit, vegetables too. I like to eat a lot of vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
On an average night, like what would your dinner look like?
I eat a lot of food. I'm trying to eat more. I'm trying to get bigger, or get more mass. So actually, I eat very like I don't really eat meals. I eat like a separately like.
Oh, okay.
So I eat I'll eat like a protein bar and then like a fiber one cake and fruit, and then maybe if my mom cooks dinner or whatever she makes. And if my mom cooks dinner, I'll eat it no matter what it is because she worked to make it. So I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you don't want to. That's kind of like if you're on a diet, it's kind of like depressing.
Yeah.
If there's like, because your diet is probably a little. You control a lot of what you do, and you could go either way. It's not like
It's flexible.
right, but as far as like keto goes, it's actually like a chemical difference.
Mm-hmm.
So if you break it, like you're done for like 3 days.
How did that make you
sucks.
feel, like energy wise?
Tired.
Tired.
It's not a good diet for like feeling good or exercising more, I don't think. And I usually don't get enough sleep anyway, but as far as keto goes, I feel kind of like I feel weaker, honestly, because there's just so little actual energy coming in. Because I guess ketosis is usually the state where your body's like, hey, I need to burn my fat reserves because I'm starving. So obviously you're not going to feel great if your body thinks you're starving. But
Well, what happened? Okay, what happened when you first went vegetarian and your mom or grandma pulls this big old thing out of meatloaf out the oven?
I hate meatloaf.
Okay, let's say she made steaks. What was that first like?
That
Hey,
didn't happen.
I'm not eating. They were just like, okay.
Well, my grandparents are a little less, like, they do it, they don't care. But they're always like, okay, you're not going to get all your amino acids. It's like, okay. They're like, you're gonna become a female because soy has estrogen. You're gonna become a female. I'm like, no, that's not quite how that works.
Well, Buster, that already happened.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And why did I just lose my right ear?
Yeah,
Oh,
me
it's
too.
back. It's back.
Oh, it must be related to the actual this thing then. That must be it.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Oh
There it
no.
is.
We even filming?
Let's see. I'm gonna
One
rotate
time
this.
we weren't.
Oh, there we are.
That was really bad. We had to restart.
From like a whole episode worth.
Yeah.
But yeah, like my grandparents were the only thing that was a problem. And I started the diet being a vegetarian on a Saturday, and that Tuesday I ate shrimp. Like the Tuesday following that, I ate shrimp at O'Charlie's, because O'Charlie's is like the Achilles heel of vegans and vegetarians, because it's like high quality meat and very few vegetables. I've been back maybe once since.
I worked there for a little while.
Yeah, tell them the truth real quick.
I hate that place.
Tell them about the kitchen.
It's gross.
Oh, I'm sure. It's a restaurant.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
But it tastes good.
Chick-fil-A wasn't disgusting.
Well,
I
it's
didn't
because they're
think
Christian.
Oh, come on, Chick-fil-A.
That was God.
God was testing us.
God was testing
That's what we
us.
say. We have our religion, globalism, in Minecraft. And every time something goes wrong, we say, God was just testing us. What can we say? Okay, there we go.
There. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyhow, yeah, the vegetarian diet is very easy. It's just very easy. Like if you can't do that diet, you just lack willpower as a whole.
So what kind of meals do you eat?
Well, keto is a little more restrictive. So with keto, my normal meal looks like a vegetable, usually with cheese on top, and then some sort of fake meat, like soy chicken without any breading, or there's like fake beef and stuff. It's just random stuff.
Do you enjoy eating that?
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's especially like my favorite thing to eat normally on keto is like cauliflower cut up into fine little pieces with cheese melted on it. It's almost like a casserole, and then
As he's crying.
Grilled fake chicken. That's pretty good.
I love it so much.
But on the
As
normal,
he's wanting to, like, he's depressed.
yeah, you'll find out why I was very overweight as a vegetarian before, because my normal meal looked like copious amounts of pasta. Maybe like a little bit of vegetables and like a piece of fake meat with bread.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna be healthy now. I'm vegetarian. Let's go get some Little Caesars pizza.
Yeah, I do take a break every now and then. Like over Christmas, it was kind of tough to get back on, but I'm like chilling now. But
What do you do at Thanksgiving? Are you just, oh wait, doesn't your family not do Thanksgiving or
I
something?
do Thanksgiving.
You're just like, sorry guys, keto.
No,
And
I think on
vegetarian.
Thanksgiving, I broke for Thanksgiving, because why not? Because my objective with keto is not to be healthy. It's literally just to lose weight until the point that I get to a good weight point, and then I'm going to ease off of it and then go from there.
Yeah,
It's
because
like
Old Buster was a lot more lbs on him. Like he has lost a lot of weight to anyone who's like it's pretty gosh darn impressive.
yeah, like there's
Like-
there's just there's no debate about it. I was like obese, like I was set to have a rascal at age 50 probably, but I'm
It's
good
kind
now.
of depressing.
Yeah, and I could walk and stuff, but I couldn't exercise or run or breathe. Yeah, that's
That's a good one.
Like you can get
We had gym class together once. That was bad.
If you're overweight, you can get a prescription for something called exercise-induced asthma. I don't believe in it. Like it straight up, it's just you're overweight and you breathe heavy whenever you exercise because you're out of shape.
I actually have asthma.
Do you?
What kind of asthma? Just
You just
Straight
read
up
it. Yeah,
asthma.
straight
The
up
asthma?
asthma. Yeah.
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
My breathing was fine until I was in 3rd grade and got pneumonia, and it was in the hospital for like a long time. And then
Your lungs are dead.
everyone sent me letters like, "We love you." And then I was like, I always had such a high fever. I was like high, and I was like, Mom. And like I was actually very mad because the season finale of the Clone Wars was on that night, and I had to miss it. And they didn't
That
have
sucks.
Cartoon Network the next day to watch it.
You should have just died. You should have stopped trying to survive.
I was not happy.
Unplugged yourself.
I said, pull the cord, Mom. She's like, that would just make you cough more. You're not that bad. Actually, they were actually really worried about me. Like, the church was, like, praying for me and stuff.
God was testing.
God was testing me.
So back to the exercise. Do you enjoy that? I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I love it. It's kind. I kind of like. I look at exercising different than a lot of people. I kind of look at it as like a way to meditate almost.
That is a form of meditation.
Yeah, I think
like-
so. Yeah. I sometimes I'll spend way too much time at the gym exercising, but I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Here,
Do you have like an end goal?
I just want to learn stuff. I want to learn new skills. I want to be able to do like. Do you know like have you seen a planche before? It's kind of like. You know what a dip looks like?
Yeah.
It's like that, but you hold your body out flat and you have your arms on the dip bar. It's really hard. I can't do it, but
Oh, yeah, those are tough.
That'd be cool
yeah,
to do.
like learning stuff like that. And it's just more for like trying to stay. I mean, I don't have a job right now, so I'm trying to stay active
Yeah.
as
Mhm.
well, And
What kind of push-ups do you do? Do you do different kinds of
All
just straight
kinds
up?
of different ones. I do like widespread diamonds, planche push-ups, which is where you
Ooh.
put your hands down to like your sides, close to like your hips, and
That's
like
tough.
a lot of explosive stuff too. I like on days that I can if I'm not too sore, but like
Wait, can we do something real quick? I want to just show to our audience how hard it is to do a diamond push-up from an average person's perspective, real quick.
Okay, yeah. I'll
Turn the camera.
I'll film you.
Okay, we're gonna do it right. Like we'll do it like right here.
Sure. Let me grab this guy.
Okay, we'll have Daniel do one, and then I'll do one first.
Okay.
I'll do one first.
so you look pathetic. And then,
Okay.
all right, go for it.
Ooh, that
wasn't bad.
was pretty tough. Not gonna lie, it's pretty tough. Okay. A lot more clean.
Yeah. No
Was
swapping
my
like that.
was my butt like straight up?
Almost.
Straight, not quite
Almost.
straight up.
You wanna analyze my normal push up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
my normal push up, guys. Okay.
That was pretty good.
Okay.
I don't have anything to say about that. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think form is also a very important factor that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, like the guys trying to work out like this, like
Yeah.
you know, like with their hands way
arms
up
out,
and
yeah,
like
and their backs caving in.
Yeah,
or
and then
something like that.
their butts straight up.
Yeah, or like kipping when you're doing pull-ups, like kicking your legs, or
Oh, that's
not
terrible.
going all the way down, stuff like that. It's just a waste of time.
This surprises people, but I can usually do more pull-ups than a lot of people
Really?
because of my weight.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I'm heavy. I can't.
You're 6'7".
can do.
Well, actually, you could just go.
Yeah, like on the trailer for band, whenever
Yeah.
we're loading and unloading, that's the best thing you can ever do. If you're like 2 and you're gonna like be in band one day, be on trailer crew. It's great. Like you can just screw around so much. And whenever all the instruments are off, we like exercise on it and sleep on it and all this. There's like a metal bar going from the front to the back, and we're always doing pull-ups on it, see how many we can do.
Wait.
But I'm tall enough that like
Yeah, you can
I
just
hit
go.
my head if I do one.
Yeah.
So it's I just do like 10 in a row, and it's like
You know what that reminds me of? School.
yeah. I don't like that. We'll get back to that later. I don't want to talk about that yet.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, yeah. Furthermore, I am interested in that sort of thing. I'd like to find something to apply it to, because I don't just get the intrinsic gratification out of it. I don't have the meditative thing. I get that from other stuff. But I would like to get into that more. But I happen to spend 9 hours a day doing something I'm not particularly fond of.
Which is
School.
school.
Yeah, if I
Wait,
didn't,
so you're not half day?
no.
Are you?
There all day.
I'm not either.
Neither of you are?
No,
Let
should
me
have been.
let me ask you this though, Buster. Do you like to learn?
I love to learn, man.
I do too.
I love knowledge, I love learning, and I love school. But I am convinced that that is not a school. That is a government-subsidized daycare.
I have to tell you something though. And this may make you a little bit upset, but 90% of public schools are like that.
I know. It's crap.
Actually, more than that. All public schools are like that.
That's
Private,
horrendous.
private though,
Is a little bit worse.
some are worse, some are better. There's some good ones. I found good ones online, like the ones in San Diego.
Well, that's San Diego.
San Diego's better in everything. And Massachusetts, public schooling in
Has
Massachusetts.
everything, and they're Massachusetts.
Yeah. So me in West Virginia, I'm like 90 something percentile. Me in Massachusetts, like 54th percentile.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like your AP honors kid, West Virginia, you're average in Massachusetts. It's crazy.
So let's transition. So we're talking about being smart. Now, I guess we were trying to be smart here. So we found some questions online. What was it? Colorado.edu.
Yeah, colorado.edu, and then there's questions from like random like people who play, Fortnite kind of people.
We all like talking about philosophy and metaphysics and epistemology and that sort of thing. So we were looking up some questions to try to streamline when we talk about it on here. So you guys, it's more interesting and it's not just us word salading.
And me doing push-ups.
But
and most of these questions were very stupid.
yeah, so I think Blower's got some of them memorized. So we're going to talk about them. I'm going to try not to rush through them because some of them are really, really bad. But we are going to...
Should I pull up the laptop and just read some of them off?
You should read some of them off.
Okay. New laptop, guys. The way this podcast is set up baffles me. We just
What?
do stuff.
Hey, man, it's spontaneous. What kind of protector is that? Is that an OtterBox?
Not a very good one. It's like good, but it doesn't look like it would do a good job.
What kind of?
I like this setup. I'm just gonna keep the laptop here while I do stuff. Oh, music's over here.
Yeah, we don't want to get copyright strike.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Stricken.
Let me look up the metaphysics question thing I looked up.
So if you guys don't know the difference between like all the different philosophy stuff, that's cool. But metaphysics itself can basically be defined as the branch of philosophy regarding stuff that can't be reasoned with by math or science. So it's really just stuff that's out there, like religion and like the soul, stuff that has no real empirical data to support it currently.
Here's the first one. What are numbers?
I guess they're figments of sequences that we came up with to just for our own use. Like they don't really exist.
What do you think of numbers?
I don't know. Math. I know math is very helpful, very universal. So I mean, a universal language.
I know some numbers. I know 1, 69, 420.
Hey, you better watch that.
69,420.
Do you want to get arrested?
42,069.
But I'd say like numbers is it's how we reason with math. I guess.
Is time real or an illusion?
Time is neither real nor an illusion. It's just a thing. We look at time like, oh, the clock's ticking. Like it kind of is for us. It's not like something that's real or not. It's just...
I don't think the universe could ever end nor start because space is just space.
It just is. Yeah. It doesn't...
Space isn't like... obviously, there's air here. There's, gases. But without those gases, it's just
Is that
there.
a shockingly high amount of carbon monoxide?
Wait, coming this way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's more because I'm like blowing out more. Because I'm a blower.
Carbon monoxide.
I'm a blower.
That's pretty good. I'll give it to you.
Oh, I just dabbed on the podcast for the first time. I've always wanted to do that. But but space is just space. You can't create space, and you can't
Take away space.
If you take this table and move it up and take that space, then there's space down here.
Well, here's the thing about
There's
space
always
and
space.
Time. Space-time is a very temporary thing. Like the Big Bang wasn't the start of the universe. It just was kind of like a...
Because the Big Bang never
We
happened.
are living in a small window of stuff that allows matter to exist. Matter isn't like the standard of existence. It just kind of currently is for us. It's like a cool side plot.
Well, matter cannot be created nor destroyed, and
That's false.
the universe...
That's really false.
Space cannot be created nor destroyed.
That is also false.
So how are you going to create space?
Energy.
You can create more space. So if space is endless, you're going to create more of it.
Well, it's expanding.
I
Where is it?
don't think
It's expanding as we find more of it. It's expanding for our intents and purposes.
I think there's I could not see how there was just a number that you could put on the amount of space there is.
There wasn't.
There is no number. There is just space. There is no so much. There's not this much space or that much space.
Well, here's the way it works with space and time and matter. Okay, you know how like the old argument of how blind people see. Like it's like if you close one eye, like not both eyes, just one eye. Okay, what do you see with the one eye? Nothing. It's just not there. Right?
That's
It's
kinda
not
weird.
like black. There's just nothing there.
It's kind of
That's
odd.
exactly how
I don't like
space,
that.
time, and matter was before space, time, and matter. It just wasn't.
That's so odd. I
energy.
don't like that because like, close your eye. Doesn't it feel weird when you close one eye?
It's like I'm winking at you for a long time. It's like a very intent wink.
I don't like that. Number 32. Why is Blower the better co-host of the basement?
Let me check my notes. His name's Blower. That was voted as the better name over Buster.
Really?
It's a better action.
Wait, where did the voting come from?
The YouTube polls.
Okay.
Trust me.
Are humans free?
Yeah. Yeah. They always come up with this argument that like, does free will exist? If time is not a linear thing, how does free will exist? Because everything we will do has already been done. But that's not how that works. Like, we still do have free will. However we act, like, it's not like because time is non-linear, everything we do is already done and we have no say. Like, we do have a say. And as far as we perceive time, that's just the practical way for us to do that.
Okay, we got a new website here.
Oh, we're not at Colorado anymore?
No, we have the newscientist.com. It's not an edu, so it's... Okay. What happens after we die? Okay, I can explain this one pretty well.
Okay.
So what happens is each of our souls is put into one...
Make sure you don't spoil a movie.
Okay, one of the Minecraft servers.
Oh, okay.
There's millions of them. And, you know, you have the good ones and the bad ones, of course. And what you do for eternity is you Minecraft. And you make Minecraft parody songs for, well, ever.
What's the point of living then?
Why wouldn't you want to
Yeah, why
make
wouldn't you wanna do
Minecraft
that?
songs?
For
Yeah,
eternity.
I mean,
that's true.
I might why wouldn't the human
Think
race
about
just
this
die
way.
out so we can just do that
If you
for
made
eternity?
Minecraft parody songs enough, you'd start questioning what's the point of not living. And then you'd die again. And you'd be in some other place where you have to make Minecraft parodies. And then you'd make
Sounds like,
so many.
It sounds like a paradise.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to another question. 35 questions that would change your life by Forbes.com.
Oh, what?
By Jason Nazar, entrepreneur. It's going to be like the
He's
stupid
just
ones.
juking us.
What are your values and are you being true to them?
Dude, he's just an entrepreneur. These aren't.
He's like that one guy in his garage all the time.
Oh,
Ted
Ty
Lopez.
Lopez.
Ty Lopez.
Or,
Yeah.
Ty.
Hey guys, you see this Lambo right here? How did I get that Lambo? Because my dad was really rich.
That's not true. He lived in a trailer in, I think, Virginia or North Carolina, and he found a mentor, and then he became very rich by
Sensei?
exploiting people. Yes.
You were dying. Would you worry about this?
Worry about what?
This. Should you be focused on today or tomorrow?
Both, hopefully. Hopefully you're a multi-minded human being.
Why not? What would happen if... ...
If
If what?
Is this still the Forbes article?
Yeah. What do you want your life to be in 5 years?
Drugs. No, not just drugs.
Prostitutes and drugs.
Yes.
There we go. And that's today's episode, and we'll see you later. Okay. Yep. Top 10 prostitutes in our local area. Go.
I don't know any prostitutes. Oh, Mary Magdalene.
Who the heck is that?
Yeah, no, I've never heard of her.
The
Wait,
the
keep it PG.
Biblical figure. May have been a prostitute.
So,
No?
like, Jesus
Ah.
is...
Yeah.
No, that's
Jesus Mary?
the different Mary.
Oh, that's the Virgin Mary.
Yeah. She was not a prostitute.
They talk
She was
about
a
Mary a
virgin.
lot in the Quran.
Yeah, she was in Catholics, and those folk really like Mary.
Catholics and Muslims.
Yeah.
That's so odd that, like, Catholics and Muslim like Mary, and all the Baptists and Methodists are like
They're all just like expansion packs on the Torah.
expansion
Yeah.
packs.
Yeah.
DLCs.
Okay, DLC. I want a DLC on the Bible. Okay.
I know
What do you
somebody
mean
who's
Mary?
writing one up.
The Book of Mormon,
That is a DLC, actually.
or is that a sequel?
That's like the pedophile DLC. It's like the bootleg black market.
We're all jokes aside, guys. We all know that globalism.
Is the true religion.
That's our Minecraft church. Cringe.
Cringe.
Minecraft's. Yeah, because I'm actually on Noah's side.
Oh, no.
I'm just
That's
joking. No,
rough,
I'm
man.
not. No, I'm not. I told him I was, and I'm actually not. He'll know by the time this comes out. Oops.
Ugh.
I lied to him. Just like I did my ex-wife.
Ex-wife.
This
Kids?
this
She took the kids?
she took the kids.
We still on Forbes? What are we looking at here? Don't sneeze into the mic.
I told myself I'll bring my ex-wife. Dude, I can't do this. I'm so
We're
stupid.
trying to fake cry.
Yeah. Wait, I gotta yawn first. You gotta like zoom in on this and you put like master editing so people like
I'll
this.
just do it in post.
Wait for it. It's not working. Okay. How did Minecraft get so big? That's what she said.
Wait, are we still on philosophy questions?
No, we're on Minecraft's biggest questions. 5 questions about Minecraft USA Today.
USA Today?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh, here we go. Tell myself. Getting on Becky. Becky, come back, please. I'm looking up the 5 biggest Minecraft questions on a pod. I'm here all day. Best actor in Reality Corporation. I've been in that one with trees in it.
Yeah. That one with trees in it.
Yeah, have you watched that video? It's a comedic video. It's terrible. You should watch it. What is Minecraft?
What?
It's an open world sandbox
Man,
style
get-
video game,
get off of
which
this, man.
basically means players are dropped into the game
Is this
and
like
they can explore
is this a
whatever they
reader's
want.
guide for parents whose kids are
Yes.
playing Minecraft?
How did Minecraft get so big? We would think, oh, like the map is like huge. It's like, no. In 2009, when Marcus Notch version launched a developmental version of the game for PC players. Woo! How popular is Minecraft?
Extremely.
Well, it's been downloaded over 100 million times on iOS and Android. It doesn't mention Xbox
Dude,
or
that's the
PS4.
easy way to play Minecraft.
PC,
Or-
Mac.
Nope,
your
nope,
phone.
not PC, Mac, or nope, just iOS and Android. That's all it
Okay.
mentions. Okay, why is it so popular? Freedom. Players make the experience of choosing, stretching their creativity. It can be an adventure game with villains to vanquish, or a construction experience, or players can build any. Okay,
Who are the villains to vanquish, Noah?
I guess the
World
Ender
Trade
Dragon.
Center?
The Blower Trade Center. RIP. My trade center got blown up by Ube. Huh.
That's rough.
He told me it was you.
He's probably lying.
He also told me that you blew up your house.
Why would I do
And
that?
then blamed it on me, and Owen said we'd start a war. And then he said,
Oh, I blamed it on Owen.
and then he said, just kidding, I'm joking. And then he's like, but was I?
Yeah, I don't recall blaming.
Wait,
it on
did he
Owen.
say that? I don't know. That might
Or
have been
you.
my imagination. Yeah, I remember. He thought well, did you think I blew up your house?
I was predisposed to think so because it was you and Garrett Wiseman who went down there. And Garrett Wiseman is a wise man. I trusted his words.
Well,
he thought it was you.
Yeah, well,
So
the
I
next
thought
day
it
I
was
come
you.
to school and I'm like, hey, Buster. And I'm like, yeah, it probably seems like my house got blown up. He said, yeah, it looks so, doesn't it? And I was like, I was at golf all night. I couldn't have even been on. Like, I hadn't been on for like 48 hours. Why did I go with Garrett to find your base?
That's rough, man. Shouldn't have done it though.
It wasn't me, bro. You're going to make me go back to Becky with the podcast. Me and Becky will hook back up. Becky's a real person.
I don't believe you.
Here she is. Wait, I'll look her up. Should I show her on the should I show the camera?
I don't think that's a good idea. You can use a stock photo, probably.
There she is.
She's all right.
She's all right.
You could have done better.
Becky G is her name.
Becky G.
You go, camera. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Why didn't it work out?
She thought I was dumb.
Becky G thought you were dumb.
Yeah, just like Noah Atkins did. Okay. Let's look up more stuff. We're just gonna. This is what we're gonna do from now on. We're gonna have the MacBook sitting here. And we're just gonna do stupid stuff on it. Top 10 Smash Mouth songs.
I don't.
Okay.
Let's proceed.
Let's
with some
get some actual conversation going because this last 30 minutes of the podcast has been straight like.
straight quality.
It's been pretty good. Like I would watch this.
So, what are we gonna? Are we gonna move on to the next thing or keep going with philosophy? Or type on the Mac.
Or we could do this. Top 10 hottest Fortnite skins. On
Spaceman.
Pinterest. On Pinterest. On Pinterest.com.
Can you make them using Pinterest
No.
instructions?
Oh. Okay. We need to start filming the Mac too. Okay. We got to Fortnite tracker.web or .com. What's a video? Oh, never mind. We need to start filming the Mac too. That's great. Top 10 anime characters, hottest anime characters.
Man, you are like falling into the void of the internet, man.
Dude, the
You let
internet.
it suck you in.
Do you know what my battery percentage is right now?
1.
69.
Oh man.
The best number. I swear, not all the episodes are like this. We just go haywire sometimes. Okay.
We got to talk about something. All right.
It's something, please.
So,
I actually prefer this style of podcast.
what? Doing nothing?
Just being stupid because it's great. It's great content.
Okay. So, let's talk more about philosophy, right? So let's talk about the colors thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you explain that.
Okay.
So it's kind of your deal.
So let's say your version of red. You see it as a warm, loving color that symbolizes love and, cherries and blood and the Red Power Ranger. Makes sense. ESPN, YouTube, Kool-Aid, Buster's shirt.
The table.
Raphael.
Raphael.
Oh
Raphael.
yeah.
The table.
The table, yeah.
Some of the stripes on the American flag.
Yep. Some of the stripes on the Russian flag.
Some of the stripes on the Australian flag.
Some of the stripes on the Iranian flag.
There are not stripes on the Iranian flag. I'm not even sure if there's red. on the Iranian
There's not.
flag.
Okay. Well, let's say, how do you know that color is red to someone else? How do you know it's not blue or green or another color that you couldn't even think up or process in your own mind because your electrical currents flowing through your brain, through your brain cannot comprehend such a color. People who have seen the afterlife, let's say, who have said that they have died and gone to a different place, say that they've seen these different colors after they have died. Maybe it's because of the DMT overloading in their brain, and they're hallucinating, or maybe they saw the afterlife and they think that they saw different colors.
Maybe DMT is the afterlife.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's the Minecraft server.
Anyhow, so what you're trying to reason here is that our perceptions of colors between persons could be entirely different.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm going to try to disprove you using my limited knowledge. Okay.
I thought you believed in that.
What?
The different color thingy.
No, it's a good question, but I think it's wrong. And here's why. So, the cones and rods in every human eye are they're identical organisms, and they're only capable of perceiving the same things. And since they're identical, that means the sensory part, as far as just sensation, not the actual perception part that your brain manages, just picking up that sensory information, is probably the same.
But it has nothing to do with what happens when it's taken from here
But that part,
to here.
that part is done. But as we come back to here,
Yeah.
first off, there is no knowledge to suggest that it's different. And the biggest reason is how each color connotes feelings and emotions in people. So when people look at red, they get hungry. That's a subconscious process. Like McDonald's, red. Wendy's, red. It's on
Chick-fil-A?
purpose. Yeah, it's red on purpose.
Is it because of meat, animals, blood?
I don't know. Maybe.
And also, do we know this because of, well, it could be, you could do the, is it because of, genes, DNA, what we've been taught by our ancestors, or what we have been taught by society and what we see?
I think that's a little...
We live in a society, okay?
We do. I think that's a little more of a genetic thing, though. Say you plop somebody in a room with no outside information, and they see red, they're going to get hungry.
What do you think about this?
I have no knowledge of this.
What-
I didn't even know that was true.
Yep, red makes you hungry.
Do you think it's possible that people have different perceptions of things like music
Well,
and
I think it's possible only because there's no way to disprove it.
nor proof?
Necessarily. Yeah.
It's like a 50-50
Possible,
chance
but
because
yeah.
everything's a
Possible.
50-50 chance.
Yeah.
We are agnostics to that idea.
Well, let me ask you
Yes.
this question. This is so out of the blue, but that's this podcast. What is the odds that the sun are going to come up tomorrow?
The sun's going to come up tomorrow?
Yeah.
Terrifyingly low, given how much we would actually want it to come up, but it's enough that it probably will come up.
I think that it's a 50-50 chance.
I think you're wrong.
I think if you spin a roulette wheel, it's either going to be red or black. If it's black 4 billion times, it could still be red on the 4 billionth and one time. So meaning that it's either yes or no.
However, a roulette wheel is not exactly 50-50.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's not. One of them has a preference somehow. Guarantee it.
Willie Terman's... Should I... Okay, wait. Will Terman's on the phone.
Yeah, let him call in here.
Hey, Will Terman, I'm on the basement right now. Is there anything you want to say?
You on what?
I'm on the basement right now. Say something to the audience.
It may be. I really don't know I should say it on the basement.
Say it and
I
we'll
think
blurt
you
it out.
should. It's breaking news.
Breaking news. Willie Turman.
Breaking news. If I put, dude, I don't want to start a scandal.
I do. Come on.
Yeah, we got to get famous. Come on. I want to start making YouTube money.
Okay. You know how graduating with a purpose got shot down?
They're
Yeah.
bringing it back.
Yeah.
It didn't get shot down by, like, never mind. I can't speak any farther.
No.
Yeah, you
You've
just
come
said
too
it
far.
on the podcast.
You've come too far.
Well, I can't say anything further for the jeopardy of my position and national security.
We should have Will call in every
You've
episode.
already screwed yourself over, dude.
Yeah, this should be like a segment. Call in with Will.
Call in with Willie Turman.
Call in with Will. I'm driving home. Let's just say that something interesting happened, and everyone is going to hear about it eventually. Except we can't put it on here because it's probably illegal.
Illegal.
Oh, it's illegal.
Oh,
Okay.
Did somebody undermine democracy? Oh no.
Dude,
That's so
school is going to be
irregular.
fun tomorrow. Let's go. Yeah.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun.
Are we gonna vote again?
No.
Are we going to get Chinese food in the cafeteria?
Gonna get what?
Chinese food in the cafeteria?
No, that happens occasionally.
Are we gonna kill somebody?
We're going to sacrifice Will in the gym.
What's going on in the basement right now?
Me and Daniel Miller and Buster Lacat are
Hey.
we're on the MacBook looking up stupid stuff and talking about it.
Okay.
It's been pretty
Stupid
chaotic.
stuff? What kind of stupid stuff?
Like
Minecraft?
questions about Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like Minecraft. Like, how do you build a redstone computer?
Do you know there was a game like someone put the entire Pokemon Red onto a Minecraft? That's insane. Like, how do you create a video game in a video
I
game?
think you can play Doom in Minecraft.
How do you do
I
that?
don't know, brother. Minecraft is truly a revolutionary game.
What would you give Minecraft out of 12 stars?
12.
Wow. You heard it here first.
You heard
from
it
the
here
President
first.
himself.
I like how his voice is just so much louder. He's like,
Yeah.
what?
It may have like a 3 or 4 way tie for best game of the 21st century so far.
With what?
Minecraft.
With what? GTA 5? Red Dead
Skyrim?
2?
Yes.
Skyrim?
Yes, those are two others. Those are two others I was thinking of.
What was Skyrim?
Well, in my
Fallout.
opinion,
Which
it'd
Fallout?
be
New
Fallout
Vegas?
New Vegas.
Oh, you
Yeah.
guessed it first. Buster
Yeah.
guessed it first. I was thinking more like the Dude Perfect app. He has like,
All right. So we're gonna play a game now since the
You
president
know,
won't give us
if you
information.
created a basement app,
Okay.
it's
Listen.
so loud.
Listen, everybody.
Because he's on
We're
speaker.
gonna play a game because the president will give us information.
Laura, I think you're trying to for the greatest game of the 21st century.
Okay. I want you people watching to tell us what you think he won't tell us. I want you guys to guess what the president is hiding from us.
Yeah. Tell us something real quick.
No.
Oh, you mean like
thing
what?
that he
oh,
won't
okay.
tell us.
Okay, if you guess it correctly down in the comments, you get a free thing of Logan's Roadhouse rolls delivered to your house. Okay. What were you saying, Will?
You said for me to tell you something. Republicans are stupid. Democrats are stupid. America.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, and look, in all serious, man, me, I'm a live and let live type of guy. I'm
What
pretty
is this
moderate, dude. I say, if you want to smoke weed,
It's funny
All
because
right, it ain't gonna kill you.
it's funny because you don't mean to be loud, but you're so loud because you're on speaker and your voice is coming through like this. You're like, if you don't want to smoke weed, it's so funny.
Don't smoke weed. But if you are, then do it.
Don't smoke weed, but if you are, do it.
Wow,
If
he's
you
making
are a
quotes like you used
pothead,
to.
That's
and
like
it is
old
legal,
me.
then do it. It ain't gonna kill you. It's just gonna make you French fries. The French fries taste good, so you'll be fine.
What do you think about legalizing prostitution? Well,
Hey, dude, they're getting money. I'm getting a good time.
oh jeez. What do you think the reasoning that you can pay someone in front of a camera, but not
That's pretty dumb.
not in front of a camera?
I'm surprised that's not exploited more.
It's because the government wants it.
Yeah, no. I'm actually, in all seriousness, about prostitution. That's a surprising paradox when you think about it. We allow people who are 18 years of age, who are barely mature enough to be out on their own, we let them star in porno films where they get paid for having sex. But in private, we can't let two consenting adults have sex.
Well,
You can't tell me that one is more.
it's kind of artificial
the other.
consent, though.
Yeah.
Well, you have to
In common
remember,
terms.
Will works in the business, so he knows all about
He has sex
Well-
slaves.
it. Yes, he's a pimp.
I work in
He's
the
a
business.
pimp.
That's his side job.
My good sir, you will not slander me
Yeah.
on the radio.
He's
You
an
will not
investor.
slander me,
On the
my good
radio.
sir. I will sue you. I will sue you.
Oh, jeez.
President
will?
Pimp
But,
Kevin.
but, I am a sexpert.
A sexpert.
That's what they call
Do
me.
you have a degree?
Yeah. Do you have
The
like
sexpert.
a sex degree,
Yeah.
a prostitution degree, concentration in prostitution?
Hey, does Bill Gates have a degree in computer science?
Nope.
Does Jeffrey Epstein have a
Degree
degree
in
in
suicide?
suicide? I didn't think so. You'd want him being murdered.
Does Steve Jobs have a PhD in entrepreneurship? No. Me, what I have is practical, knowledgeable experience, on-the-job training.
You've like kissed a girl once.
You made out with a girl one time. I'm a sexpert, pretty much.
What'd you say? One time?
Hey, it was twice.
No. No. You're thinking of this wrong, my friend. One time. Many different ways.
What?
You know, it's not about the places you've been. It's about the knowledge you've gained.
Will definitely gets no chicks.
When you, like, as long as you're trying different things, that's what
Will's a liar.
Yeah.
you're thinking.
Will's not a sexpert.
Hey, Will, you know how they you know how they canceled that one quote, "The Graduate with a Purpose"?
Yes.
Can we use what you just said instead?
Yeah, can we do that?
Buster, I don't think you can use anything I say. As a matter of fact, I think from now on, you should just start. You should give me another name, and we can just start from scratch, and I can assume a new identity on this.
Okay.
You're Willie.
I am Billy.
Billy.
Bill Turman.
Bill
No,
Tim.
you, especially not the last name.
Bill
Just like,
Blower. Billy Blower.
Billy Stewart.
Bill Stewart.
Bill Stewart.
Generic name.
Generic as it gets. Hey, so I think the senior quote should be one time but many different ways by Will Turman.
One.
It makes no sense at
What?
all.
What about I am a sexpert?
I Will Turman, am a sexpert. 2020 senior quote.
Look, man, I got a couple quotes of my own that I think are up to the
He has
standard.
to talk, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has to give a speech. You have to come for the speech. Just be in the audience.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play with the band, I think.
Yeah.
You don't even have to
What-
play. You
what-
just got to be there for the speech. And when
What
I
I'm
go up
gonna
there, I'm
do-
gonna like trip before I get my diploma and get on YouTube and get famous. Like, oh, he tripped. Oh man. Oh, let's put it on YouTube.
We'll put
What,
the
I've got a couple
bass
quotes
boosted.
that I think might stand up time. All right, my first one is my Muhammad Ali quote. I'm not just the greatest, I'm the triple greatest. That's the one I say before I go out to race.
I'm not just the greatest, I'm the triple greatest.
That's right.
You should say, I'm not just the greatest sexpert, I'm the triple greatest sexpert. Because I've done it one time in many ways.
Dude, no.
Gosh.
Muhammad Ali always said, I'm not just the greatest, I'm the double greatest. I don't just knock him out, I pick the round. Me, he's the double greatest, I'm the triple greatest. I'm one greater than him.
But you've only done it once in many different ways. Wouldn't you have to do it 3 times in many different ways?
Blower, I've done it 0 times in 0 many different ways. I have one hell of a
Yes.
reputation.
He's watched so much.
Oh, no, I don't do that. That's immoral.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sexpert.
No guy does that. No guy does that. Come on. You can't do that stuff. That's not right. It's immoral.
You don't watch Minecraft videos too?
You're a good president, Will.
Whoa, whoa, man. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, wait, you were just talking about regular Minecraft videos. Oh,
Yeah.
you
Elect
there,
him.
buddy.
How did this guy
I'm-
get president for using our own homecoming cake they're using? Girls
Hey,
love
I was
him.
Dude, I was vice president once.
I did a poll on Will Turman the other day. I polled 25 people. All the guys loved him. About half the girls hated him.
Yeah.
They were like, he's done a terrible job. I guess
Well,
they just...
You just didn't ask the right people. Most of the girls, you see, the difference is this. The guys, they don't know me. The girls, they know me.
They know the sexpert side.
Well,
Oh, God.
I mean, dude, no, come on. Blower, you can't, Blower, you see, you can't say this stuff. You can't say this stuff. You just have to think it in your mind.
I just wanted to see if
that
you're...
that should be the senior quote. No, you can't say that stuff. Just think of it in your mind.
That says it all.
Hey, are they doing senior
All
quotes
right,
in the
this is
yearbook
going to be
this
my
year?
quote when I
Yeah.
become a mobster.
You want one?
No,
All right,
I want
here
his.
it is. Here it is, guys. If you mess with the T, you get the willy.
T.
Yeah, you mess with the T, you get the willy.
Dude, that's some freaking good sexpertise right there. Let me tell you something. That's some good sexpertise.
It sounds kind of well, not a little bit. It sounds really inappropriate, dude. It's one of those that's like, you know what? Yeah, maybe that one's a little bit too far. But
We're all going to leave. We're just going to leave him talking to himself on the
We'll
podcast.
be back. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay, well, can you tell me... Okay, tell me more about... We want a senior quote for Buster, but it's got to be very sexpertise. Can you tell us some of that?
Okay.
Give us a good one.
Has to relate to it, Buster?
No. It's just got to be something random, and it's got to be really long, like a page long. But we want it for the podcast. Just make something really funny up, okay?
Okay. I've got 4 eyes, but I only need one to see you. The second eye is so I can peer deep into your soul. The third eye is to focus the other eyes. And the fourth eye is to look down at your beautiful body. When I go home, when I stay at the place where I rest, I think of music. Music taught to me by these crazy short men. And do you know what I do? I think of those notes, and I think of the music we make every single day. Excelsius Diamanis Monotakini Viodani. That means let's get it on in Latin.
He's still muted, and I'm just letting him go, guys. He just finished. Unmute.
Actually, that's not Latin. I just completely made that up.
Unmute.
But it sounded like Latin. It sounded cool. So that's your quote, my man. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was really good, Will.
You're welcome. Excelsius Diomanis Acripti Eoman.
Hey, can we have one more quote?
Okay. Another quote?
Yeah, one more really long one.
Okay, does it have to be sexual again?
No, it can be whatever.
Okay, good. Because you guys, to the members of the audience, no one's making me do this, right? I just called it innocently.
He does not know what's going on.
I'm just an innocent person here. I got roped into this. They're making me do this against my will.
Oh yeah.
Suffer unto thee myself. I feel
It's for good content.
the pain of two hearts grasping against mine.
We'll have to talk about the
The
meeting later.
thrust
I've got to put this as my
of a
senior
hand
quote.
This covers the
against
meeting
thy
part.
bosom.
We need to get the top 10. It's
The
850.
torture. The waterlog of my lungs. My voice is feeble. My words are weak.
He's still going,
My
dude.
heart is pure.
Oh, good.
My hope and dream.
Oh,
The
God.
future of myself and those around me look glorious and bright upon a great mountain. The sun beating down on my face closer than at any point in the world. I see beauty. I see excellence. I see refinement from the hands of God. Upon that mountain,
You guys want to go get some food?
Sure.
females will wait.
Stuff in the background. You want to get the keyboard?
Not
Yeah,
like
is it?
that,
Right there.
but
Oh,
just
keep going.
waiting, wondering.
Keep going. We want more.
They're children. Small, innocent children. 5, 6 years old. And they all play together.
I forgot.
Boys, girls. Of all different sexual orientations and races. Black, white,
Hey,
transgender.
viewers, I want to let you know he's been
Even
going
an
for
Apache
17
helicopter.
minutes.
Awaits me. And as I go up there, angels come down and give those small little children wings. And it reminds me
He's on soon.
of the beauty
Yeah, I had the.
that is instilled in youth, the innocence that they carry, the emotion that is drawn in my heart, the love of a mother
Hey, what did
and
you
a father gazing upon the newborn. This innocence of youth
It's gonna think it's so funny when it's all said
that
and done.
just like an old house,
Watch
or
me ramble on for 30 minutes.
beautiful green earth
Can you reach in this real quick?
is tarnished by time. And the wind blows, and the wolf howls, and the sun beats forever harder. As the people grow forever smarter, the surface forever warms, the bees forever swarm, the death
There's a red skull.
of billions
There's a samurai guy.
in the way, death and darkness forever,
Is that Galactus or is that Galactus?
here to stay.
Or is that one? Which one? That's Galactus. Oh, that's
As
Galactus.
the wealthy make their pay,
He's kind of OP.
and the poor
Well, I think we need to get into the top 10.
lose their say. Fine.
Or not.
Oh yeah.
That was very good, Will.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to put that in the yearbook as my senior quote.
Yeah, you know they don't actually do that anymore.
Blower. Why,
Come on, blower. Come on, blower.
why don't they do that?
I don't know. They had a reason to not. it was like actually like it was a good reason. I can't remember why though.
You like Red Hot Chili Peppers?
Oh yeah.
Little Californication. Got the midnight dead on Californication. Anyway, gentlemen, I'm gonna have to go.
Thank you for coming on, Will.
Hey, it's no problem. Anytime. I hope that all of y'all understood my message, had a little bit of enlightenment on what I said. You know, I'm just be up in here chilling in the crib.
I only know the guitar, so bass is kind of weak to play with too.
Y'all keep playing. Yo, Danny, you haven't said anything in forever.
I know, man. I've been
Dude, you
listening
haven't
to your
said,
wise words.
Danny.
We've been
Dude,
listening in here the whole time.
I know that, but my man Danny never got to talk, and I was like,
Can
I was feeling bad for him.
Can I tell you something, Will?
What's that?
We
bro?
asked you to tell you. We asked for that.
What's that?
Put it back on. I'm gonna start making noises.
All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that segment with the president.
Pimp President. Will
And
Timon.
now we're going to get into the top 10.
Not Matthew Williams. Fully German. Okay. Had to end on a good note.
Okay, so our top 10 for the day, we've already hit songs and we've hit albums, but we haven't actually hit musical artists yet. So we figured today would be a good time to do that.
Okay. We'll start now.
As usual, we start blower and we go clockwise.
Because guests go second on this show. Who knows why? Number 10. This was a close one. I wanted to put at least one newer artist on here, so I put Tame Impala. Great Kevin. What's his name? Kevin?
Kevin Parker.
Kevin Parker's a sweet dude. Lonerism's their best album. That one song I was listening to today, I really like. Because I'm kind of a newer fan. But I put it as top 10 because I've listening for a while, and as their sound, or as I've listened to them more, I've liked their sound more and more. What's that song? Oh, shoot, I'm not going to look it up, but it was the second track on Lonerism. That was a good song.
Move your mic closer to you.
Oh, yeah. Forgot. Will Terman's not here anymore. Okay, we'll keep going. I want to keep going because it's 8:50 and we've been filming since the crack of dawn.
Okay, how about your number 10?
AC/DC. They were the first band. I'm not really a fan anymore, and like in terms of, I don't really listen to them that often. But that's what the first band I really ever got into.
That's like everybody's like first band right there. AC/DC is
Yeah.
one of them. Not for Buster, but all of us kids with parents in like the 80s.
Yeah, that's why my dad loves loves that kind of music. So
Yeah, it's very prominent music.
His parents are artists, so they like Frank Zappa. Who even is that guy?
yeah, I've never heard of that.
He's a jazz musician.
I know he's a jazz musician, but
Zappa.
like
Oh, he's great.
he's such an odd dude.
Makes
His mustache.
Lyric.
Yellow Snow.
Don't eat the yellow snow. It's a good song.
It's kind of dumb.
Is it a jazz song? Don't eat the
That
yellow
one's a little
snow?
more funk, but he's got
It's
a lot of really
something
good
else.
jazz stuff.
It's something else. It makes me uncomfortable.
I kinda
Like
listen
the
to it.
sound and
He's great, man.
the pace is so odd that it makes me so uncomfortable. I don't know why.
Okay, well I'm gonna do
Yeah,
my number.
it's once you hear,
I'm gonna do my number 10 here, but first I'm gonna give an honorable mention. My honorable mention goes to Sparkle Horse, but there's another artist on here who's already very similar to that, so I figured I'd let somebody else have the number 10 spot. So my number 10 musical artist is Tool. They are one of the two greatest metal bands at the turn of the 21st century.
Who's the other one?
System of a Down. Their concept as far as album goes, and the sound is just so cerebral compared to a lot of other metal. Tool's great. We've talked about Tool on here quite a bit, actually, but there's just so much. Depending on what you listen to, there's anger or like a mystifying outerness. It's unique rhythmically and sonically. It's good. I really
like
Tool.
this, like. You know what I'm talking
That
about?
was a very good rendition.
That's a schism. He loves to play that song on bass.
It's a fun song to play on bass.
Okay, my 9th favorite band, Buster's favorite, Deep Purple.
I have nothing against Deep Purple.
It's just you don't really like them or dislike them. That's your kind of. Oh, what? Oh, that's women's basketball. We're okay. That was the men's team at WV. I was like, oh gosh, they lost, but now it's the women's team. Okay, the women's team's not as good as the men's team. Like, in comparative to their sport, like and I'm not talking about women's versus men. I'm just saying the women's team this year isn't as good. But yeah, Deep Purple's a great band. Hush is one of my favorite songs of all time. There's some good flipping songs by Deep Purple. Machine Head is a good album, and not really. Lazy is a great song, and there's some other good songs on there. But Smoke on the Water is not even close to being the best song.
Did you know Smoke on the Water is about a Frank Zappa concert?
Really?
Yeah. Because they were launching fireworks, and they shouldn't have been, and a bunch of smoke settled on the water.
Fire in the Sky.
How about your number 9?
Kanye.
Okay.
I just felt like Kanye deserved to be. He has a lot of soul. I'm not the stuff he says. I don't really always agree with what he says, but
The music.
the music, yeah.
He's a legendary billionaire genius, according to him.
Yeah.
And according to a lot of other people.
Yep, me. According to me, I'm a billionaire genius.
Are you gonna vote for him?
No.
You're not.
I'm voting for this other guy named John McAfee. Look him up. He's terrible. He's like terribly great, if that makes sense.
It's great.
He killed the dude.
Hey.
But we forgave him. We forgave him. The guy killed his dog,
His dog.
who happened to be a German
Attack
Shepherd
dog.
that was an attack dog after he had raped a girl.
Maybe they shouldn't have killed his attack dog.
Maybe he shouldn't have raped a girl from Harvard.
Maybe he shouldn't have had his attack dog killed. I
That's
don't know
his
about
excuse.
all this Harvard
Okay.
business.
Cryptocurrency, blah, blah, blah. Yep.
Okay, number 9. My number 9 musical artist is the Beach Boys, more specifically Brian Wilson. They have a unique sound crafted in that era. You're not going to hear anything like it anymore. It was specific to the time, competing against the Beatles, and the Beatles won out the future of music, I think. But the Beach Boys crafted their own, or I guess Brian Wilson was the mastermind behind it. They crafted their own crazy Baroque pop sound. And Pet Sounds, first off, was an incredible album. It was so intimate and close lyrically, and it had the musical ideas were so out there. But then Smile, which never actually did come out, it was Smile Sessions existed, was insane. And that's why I like the Beach Boys so much. It's like you picked out all your favorite things and threw it at a wall, and it made something just great. So, yeah.
I'm going to throw you in this MacBook at the wall.
That you lose probably $1,000.
This is more than $1,000.
$1,500?
No, like more.
What?
Yeah.
How much did you pay for that?
It's not about what I paid for. I got some discounts.
Oh, okay. Hey, whoa.
Whoa! These are expensive, but I got student discount for.
That's pathetic.
That's a good 9th.
Yeah, a 9th.
That's higher than 10%. Okay.
Crazy.
Number 8, Led Zeppelin.
Yep.
We had the same favorite Led Zeppelin album.
What's your favorite?
Graffiti.
Physical graffiti.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
The Rover. Trampled Underfoot.
Trampled underfoot. That's 10 years gone.
Kashmir's one of the most classic of the classic rock songs. Classic of the classic rock songs. Yep, that's all I
Yeah,
gotta
Led
say about
Zeppelin's
Led
pretty
Zeppelin. And 4 is pretty good, and 3's got some good songs. Tangerine's really good.
House of the Holy. Really good.
Yep. You know, they performed. You know, Phil Collins drum for them. You know, at
Really?
Live Aid.
Really?
Yep,
I didn't know that.
that's dope. That's so cool. They played Rock and Roll, Stairway to Heaven. Yeah, their hits.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a bad show because like they were tired
And old.
and old, but still Phil Collins is like legendary. He can
He's
feel
also kind of a douche
he can feel it coming
in the air.
tonight.
Yeah.
Oh long. Does it say oh long or so long?
Oh Lord.
Really? I always thought it's oh long.
It's oh Lord.
Dude, what do you think it is? Oh Lord or oh long?
Oh Lord, only because he said it. And he said
Have
it
you
with
heard
more,
that song before?
More confidence than you. What's it called?
I can feel it, or in the air tonight.
Yeah, I've heard that song.
That's the most well-known drum fill of all time.
You know what else is a well-known drum part or whatever? Tom Sawyer by Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Rip Neil. I wrote that in as the senior song, and Chris was getting angry because he's a hardcore Rush
He doesn't
fan.
like that song.
He's like, "It's overrated. Stop it. That song is played so much." I was like,
Yeah.
"Rip Neil."
It's me this time.
Okay.
Number 8.
Oh Lord. Okay, it's Oh
Okay.
Lord, but it sounds like Oh Long. That's why we have different perceptions, obviously. You can go ahead and say your number 8.
Number 8 is Kenny G.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's iconic. And
He
the
is
haircut.
iconic.
I mean, he goes crazy in the saxophone.
You know who's better than Kenny G, though?
Who?
Kelpie G.
Kelpie. Kelpie G.
LPG.
Yeah.
I want to keep on rolling. Buster.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Booster.
Number 8, I put Todd Rundgren.
Todd. Nice.
Todd, great. He's everywhere from psychedelic rock to pop. Made the best pop album of all time. Made
Really?
some great ballads in the 70s.
I thought that was Thriller.
No, that's the top-selling pop album of all time. Best
You-
pop album of all time is Hermit of Mink Hollow.
Did you know he's a Michael Jackson fan?
You're a Michael Jackson fan?
He doesn't
Uh,
like white Mac.
Not the
Michael
guy,
Jackson.
just the music.
Just the music? Yeah. That's understandable.
Number 7 for me. He's probably on they're probably on Buster's list. Radiohead. I love Creep. Creep's my favorite song ever. I'm just joking. Creep. Creep gets a lot of hate, but it's an okay song. I was just doing that for the memes. So Radiohead has some good stuff. It's got Knives Out, which was my first Radiohead song, which is
Weird.
kind of a weird song to start with.
Yeah, that's really weird.
It's just a random song off of Amnesiac, which is such an odd way. That and Talk Show Host.
Yeah, that's weird.
Also really weird.
Yeah, Talk Show Host isn't even on an album.
No.
It's on an E EP.
Which, both great songs. Outstanding songs. Awesome. Especially Talk Show Host.
Especially Knives Out.
Do you think Knives Out is better than Talk Show
Yes,
Host?
I do.
What, really?
Yeah,
They're both so good, though.
they are. They're both good.
They're great. Just like the Pyramid Song. And
Anyhow.
Climbing Up the Walls. And a lot of them.
Well, my number 7th is Juice WRLD.
I'm not familiar with Juice WRLD.
None of the stuff with you. Have you ever listened to him?
I know Juice WRLD.
Well, I like Juice WRLD. And not for any particular reason, other
You
than
just
he's
like
just
it.
good. Yeah.
Do you like his popular stuff, or do you like his
I don't. His other stuff's good. His unreleased stuff is pretty good.
Yeah.
on like SoundCloud and stuff, but like Death Race for Love, I really like that album. I like a lot of songs on there, and I like Legends, and I don't know if you've ever heard that song or not.
No, I haven't. Not gonna lie. I only know the one. Lucid Dreams. That's a meme though.
Yeah.
The bass boosted Lucid Dreams.
Oh, God.
Do, 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 do. Yeah, it's and then the TikTok stuff.
The
TikTok
stuff.
ruins everything.
I've never been on TikTok before.
I've been on there
Me either.
one time to watch Maston Ball because he's famous
I've seen
on
his.
TikTok.
No, he showed me his before. Yeah.
He has 70,000 followers on TikTok. Like what the
They're
heck?
pretty funny.
They are pretty funny.
Yeah.
Should we watch one on here one day?
One day, yeah.
Not today. We're pretty.
We're pressed for
We've done
time.
too much stupid stuff today.
All right, my number 7 is a band called the Eels, and that's the band that's sort of similar to Sparkle Horse, which I said was the honorable mention. But they have a strange mixed sound of electronic. Like they use very selective electronic instruments, and they use old vintage electronics like the Mellotron and organs and stuff like that. And then there's a lot of acoustic guitar, and it's like rock and blues and their own genre all together. And Mark Oliver Everett writes some of the most endearing personal lyrics anybody I've ever heard. So I love the Eels. I grew up with them. They're not popular. They had like one. Actually, most people that have seen Shrek have heard Eels music because there's a scene where Fiona and Shrek in the first movie are like hanging out, and the Eels song "My Beloved Monster" plays. And then in the second Shrek movie, there's a scene where Shrek is up in the middle of the night and he's like looking at a music box, and then the Eels song "I Need Some Sleep" plays, and that is one hell of a song.
Shrek fan?
Beautiful song. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Eels are great.
Shrek's great.
Shrek is great.
Shrek is great. Yeah.
Shrek is great.
Number 6, the Jimi Hendrix Experience, better known as the Robbie Freeman Experience, won the CMHS Talent Show 2019
Back before the president was the president again.
for smashing a guitar on a stage while playing Purple Haze by Jimi Hendrix Experience. Okay, best song by Jimi Hendrix Experience, Spanish Castle Magic.
That's pretty good, actually. That's pretty good.
It's a good song, isn't it? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hang on. It's his voice is great. It's like twangy.
Okay, how about your number 6?
Jimi Hendrix should have been on my list, but he's not. But my number 6 is Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Do you like their earlier stuff or their later stuff better?
Honestly, I don't really know the years of like the albums. I like Stadium Arcadium and I don't know what's the Blood, Sex,
Blood,
and,
Sugar, Sex,
yeah,
Magic.
I like that one, and then
Californication. There's
Californication. I don't know. I like a lot of stuff on Stadium Arcadium.
Yeah, I think that was like 2007 or so.
Yeah,
That's
so
like a later one.
The later
Is
stuff.
that Danny California? Is that what? I'm not sure.
Yes.
I
Maybe.
think so.
Danny California is a good song.
Yeah,
That's probably one of my favorite songs from the 2000s.
but I don't think there's any songs I don't like by him that I've heard.
They're okay. They have like very few lovers, but they have very few haters. I feel like. Have you seen this? Everyone, I feel like, okay, like some people love them and they're diehard like Red Hot Chili fans, but there's a lot of people who are like, I like them, who are like, yeah, I like them. I don't hate them, but I don't love them.
Yeah.
They're one of those bands. I don't know why. I like him though. I like Danny California. That's a really good song.
Mm-hmm.
Is it on? Why can't I not find that? I don't know. That's it is. Their 9th studio album.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. Booster.
Okay, my number 6 is System of a Down. I think they are the best. Well, actually, you could consider 2 of the other ones later on metal if you tried, but I think these are the
Megadeth?
best straight up. Sure.
You don't
System
like
of a Down is
Megadeth.
the
I
best
don't
like
know why I
straight
like
up
them.
metal band. Serge Tankian has like some of the best vocals that somehow work with metal ever. You know, the heavier singing, of course, does, but a lot of the soft operatic stuff is just beautiful, and they just got a unique relationship with between metal that they've heard as kids growing up and like Middle Eastern traditional music, and it's really just great music. I'm not gonna say more because we're trying to go, you know.
Okay. 5, Weezer. Especially the early stuff. The Blue Album is one of the best albums of all time.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really good. It's really good. Rivers Cuomo at his best.
Yeah.
Sad to say that he didn't peak that high again. So Rivers Cuomo wrote some really good stuff. The World Has Turned and Left Me Here. The Sweater song.
Say It Ain't So.
Say It Ain't So is great. Have you heard the backup vocals only?
Yeah.
It's like I can't even go that high. Buddy Holly, you know, another huge alternative song in the 90s, along with Say It Ain't So. My Name is Jonas. Awesome.
Only in Dreams is beautiful.
Only in Dreams, beautiful. No One Else.
Ugh.
It's like,
The
it's
worst song on
creepy.
the album.
It is the worst song on the album, but it's like creepy and it's kind of interesting if you just like listen to the lyrics. You're like, dang, this dude is weird. But it's like, I still love listening to it. And what am I missing? In the Garage
And Holiday.
and Holiday. Holiday is a mediocre song in the album. It's
Hey,
halfway
that,
through.
That kind of calls me back to the Beach Boys.
It does, and I'm not
Surfax
saying.
America.
Oh, Surfax
God.
America as well. Okay.
Oh, man.
Also beachy themes. So, Holiday is like, I'm not saying it's mediocre and like how good of a song it is. I'm just saying it's like halfway through the list. It's a great song. It's awesome. But like halfway through the album, because I think there's definitely some songs better than Holiday. It's definitely better than the Holiday version from, or Holiday from Green Day.
Oh,
Yeah, Green Day's Holiday was kind of trash. But they're all trash.
Okay.
I'm
Let's keep going.
not a Green Day fan.
My number 5 is Bob Marley.
That's, yeah.
I'm a really big reggae fan. I like the culture, like the Rastafarian culture. I kind of, it's very passive, and it's like
Chill.
it's like
Yeah.
Christianity but with weed.
Yeah, I could, yeah.
I like where you're going with this.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that happy kind of music, you know.
It's got nothing bad to say. Really.
Yeah, exactly.
So my
Just
dad's
positive.
calling me. I'm gonna tell him.
Alrighty. My number 5 is the man himself, Frank Zappa, the best jazz musician to ever live. The stuff he had
Don
the guts
Cheadle.
to say, like his lyrics are probably the reason he's not more popular, but also the reason that he's sort of popular. He got into a lot of trouble with the industry because he spoke a lot out against the industry and against traditional ideas, and he had very offensive lyrics intended to be comedic, of course, but a lot of people don't really pay attention to the music because the lyrics are so obscene, but the music is just phenomenal, man. It's some of the most intricate, precise jazz I've ever heard. It's like jazz fusion, you know what that is? It's like a mix of funk, rock, and jazz.
Well, that sounds interesting.
It's awesome. But yeah. Frank
Nice.
Zappa.
4th for me, Metallica. Nothing else to say there. Cliff Burton, Metallica is some of the best metal I've ever heard. So Kill 'Em All through Master of Puppets. But Master of Puppets is his favorite Metallica album. But what's your favorite song off of Master of Puppets?
I don't want to talk about Metallica right now.
Orion is the best song off Master of Puppets.
It's a pretty good song.
That's a pretty good song. There's no words in it. That's why you like it.
Yeah, terrible singing.
What if Call of Cthulhu? It's not bad. It's too repetitive for me for one of their instrumentals. I like their instrumentals a lot. But
I just don't much care for Metallica. Like after Master of Puppets, just nope.
I would agree that they went way downhill after Master of Puppets. That's what I'm saying. Like, Cliff Burton, Metallica, great. And then they lost a lot. And then they lost a lot. And then they went way downhill. And then they're like alcoholics. And then they got nail polish. And they went from like football player looking dudes to like geek gothic people. Like, and that's when they went, ooh, and it was bad. Okay. But you go ahead.
Chance the Rapper is my fourth. I love Chance the Rapper. Not really.
He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love him.
He wears a hat all the time.
Yeah. He's very different.
Yeah. I feel like he and Tyler the Creator are like the
Yeah.
two
Tyler, the Creator's
Creator,
cool.
too.
standout
Yeah.
guys right now.
He's hilarious. He cracks me up.
He is pretty cool. What do you think about him, Buster?
Tyler the Creator?
Yeah.
I like him. I'm
He's
not
cool.
a big rap listener, but I like him.
What's your favorite rap artist?
Notorious B.I.G.
Really?
Either that or Tribe Called Quest. Or the Beastie Boys. Beastie Boys are good.
Oh, yeah. Well, have you heard that song by Mobb Deep? There's that song, you might like it. It's about this guy, like, it's like 90s rap song. Oh, it's good. Wait, let's pull it up real quick. What's it called? Yeah, I Shook Ones Part 2.
I don't know that song. Anyhow, I'm going to move on. Now, this band would have been further up just a few months ago, but there's been some shuffling. So number 4 is Failure. This is a metal space rock band from the 90s. Talked about them before. Don't really need to talk about them again. They made the best song of all time, another space song. So, yeah, they got to be up here high. Fantastic Planet is an incredible album. Certainly one of the best of the 1990s. Well, that spooked me. No crinkle. I thought it was over there. But, yeah, Failure is
deaf?
great. Their first album.
It's because
the
it was
worst
over.
album. Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. My third is Nirvana.
Mm-hmm. Wait, is it only third?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be second.
Nope. Third is Nirvana because, it's got the best musician of all time in there. Dave Grohl. Who even is Kurt Cobain anyways? Their best album, Nevermind. But I like it, Hair in Utero second. And then I can't think of any other albums by them. Maybe Bleach, but it was terrible.
Just ignore that first.
Yeah, it was the first album. There's only one good song in the album.
Yeah, maybe.
About a girl.
Maybe good.
Maybe good. Yeah.
Okay, you're third.
Post Malone.
Okay.
The white rapper, yeah. Yeah.
He just drinks Bud Lights and smokes
Yep.
cigarettes. I love his, like...
He is like...
He's a big Megadeth fan.
I don't
He's
even know how to
funny.
describe his music either. I don't even know if you would call it... If you call it hip-hop or like...
I call it more hip-hop.
Yeah.
It's like a dude drinking Bud Lights, smoking cigarettes, and making hip-hop, pretty much. That's exactly what it is.
I don't respect many people with face tattoos, though.
Is he an exception?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely an exception.
He'd be a cool guy to hang out with.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay, my number 3 is Radiohead.
Ah.
Yep.
What's their best song?
No, I'm not.
What's their best album?
Kid A.
What's their second best album?
No, not doing that.
Amnesiac?
No.
The Bins?
No. Okay, I'm not doing that. Radiohead is a great band. Any album except for their first album is worth listening to, and is way above standard.
Yeah.
They push so many musical ideas to the front in the 90s and 2000s, and even in 2016 with Moonshaped Pool, they brought back this solemn vibe that hadn't been seen in years. And they're great. No one's ever going to knock them down off their pedestal. Maybe themselves, but I don't see that because they're literally just getting a more mature sound. Radiohead is great. They're like Pink Floyd if Pink Floyd wanted to kill itself all the time. They're great.
Okay. My number 2, Smashing Pumpkins.
Really? Above
Yeah.
Nirvana.
Yep. I'll tell you why. Mayonnaise.
I don't even care about that song.
That song is so good. It's so awesome. It's so amazing. Gosh. Me and Desley listened to that song, Mayonnaise, for a month straight every day in yearbook while playing chess.
That is pretty cool.
And then there's some other good songs as well by them. I'll read them
Like
off.
Zero.
Cherub Rock, Quiet, Today, Hummer, Rocket, Disarm, Soma, Geek USA, Mayonnaise, Spaceboy, Silver, FUCK,
You're
I can't
reading
say
the
that
track
word.
list of Siamese
Sweet,
Dream.
Sweet, Luna. Get back.
And now you're going to go to Melancholy.
I'm One, Siva, Rhinoceros, Bury Me, Crush, Suffer,
That's
Snail.
not Melancholy.
I don't like those as much.
Why don't we go to your number 2?
Melancholy, Jelly Belly Zero.
Or if you
Take Me
mind.
Down,
Take
1979,
Me Down is
XYU, By Starlight, Farewell and Goodnight. Just anything but Tonight on that album.
Well, my number 2 is Kid Cudi, and that's actually kind of a mix-up for number 1. But Kid Cudi, you guys probably have never heard of Kid Cudi before.
Oh, I have.
You
I
heard-
have.
you
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Kid Cudi like Nirvana.
his lyrics are like
A lot.
very meaningful to me, and like his personality, I think, is a lot similar to mine. So he's a idol, like you could say.
Yeah, yeah. I've not listened to him a lot. My friend Garrett really likes him.
Garrett,
Wiseman.
yeah, I know him.
Yeah.
It's odd for
he's
him.
A cool guy.
I didn't know you listened to like rap and stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2.
My number 2 is 9 Inch Nails.
Ah, what a
Yeah.
surprise!
What a surprise! Can't believe this.
Trent Reznor.
Trent Reznor is
I'm
a
not a big
musical
9 Inch Nails
genius. God, I love 9 Inch Nails, man.
You know what he did? Bird Box
Heroin.
soundtrack. He did the Bird Box soundtrack.
The soundtrack was good.
Movies like
the soundtrack
A
was
Quiet
good.
Place, but worse.
Yeah, but the soundtrack.
Quiet
What
Places.
movie did you say you were talking about?
Bird Box. Remember that?
I didn't watch it. I
You-
saw, I just didn't watch it.
It was like A Quiet Place with the John Krasinski. You know where they can't talk.
I like The
Worse.
Quiet Place.
Such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's rare that you have a musician who's swimming in Grammys, made their own record label, gets an Oscar. Dude has an Oscar.
Okay,
man.
that's James Eo with an Oscar.
Okay, but he also made he brought he pulled a Radiohead and brought a genre to the forefront. He brought industrial music to the forefront of the 90s. It's so rare that you find something so so angry. The angry stuff does not become the most popular stuff, but he made it happen with Closer, which is insane. The Downward Spiral was so successful, which is just strange. Dude, Johnny Cash covers his music. It's a testament to how much of a genius Trent Reznor is.
But Johnny Cash's version was better.
Maybe, but that's not the argument here. It's
It's a good song though. Good, very well written.
yeah, Trent Reznor is an insanely good musician, and The Fragile is the closest thing to The Wall since The Wall.
What about Melancholy?
Now The Fragile is much closer. The vast walls of sound are just...
That reminds me of something. You guys want to talk about our number 1 real quick?
Greta Van Fleet.
Okay, let's say it on the count of 3, guys. How about that? 3, 2, 1.
Nickelback.
Foster the People.
Wow.
Nickelback,
No, I'm just
Foster
kidding.
the People, and
Pink Floyd. I said the real thing.
okay, it's Pink
Floyd.
it's Foster the People. Torches is the best album ever. No, it's Pink Floyd. We all know what the best album of all time is.
It's The Wall.
Wish You Were Here.
That's right. You heard it here first.
He's best to say Dark Side of the Moon.
What is your...
Wish you were here.
Wish You Were Here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Wish You Were Here is damn good.
It's Shine on You Crazy Diamond is the only
an-
reason it's number 1.
Yeah, it's an amazing song.
What about Welcome to the Machine, man?
That's the second best song.
God, I love Welcome.
Well, no. If you count the Shine on You Crazy Diamonds together.
Grammy Diamond.
Creamy Diamonds. No, and then it goes Wish You Were Here, then Go kid, have a second. You're gonna go far. I don't like that song.
But I actually enjoy
It's a good
like,
song. It's just not near as
It's a
good.
great song.
like I forget his name. The guy that had the mental illness and had to leave the
Sid
band.
Barrett.
Yeah, the first album that they did with him.
Piper.
Piper
yeah.
at the Gates of Dawn.
I like that album. I don't
It's
know.
very psychedelic.
Yeah, I like the music's so like abstract.
It's got a really classic sound. To it,
Yeah,
with
I
a
really
twist,
like it.
Yeah.
That surprises me that you would like Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
I don't think there's a single, even the new stuff. I like not like the Endless River. A lot. There's some songs in there that are okay, but
It's pretty bad. Have you listened to the song High Hopes?
yes.
It's a good song.
God,
The
Yeah,
solo
I like
is
that
good.
Ocean Bell's so good. Okay, so this is the basement. You know it.
Basement
we like Pink
podcast.
Floyd and drugs. And
Wait a minute. Whoa.
We like legalizing drugs.
Yes.
Yes.
I have never touched a drug before in my life except for caffeine.
Caffeine is sugar, man.
Sugar's a drug.
Sugar's a huge drug.
Exactly. Bye, guys. See you later. This episode was so cracked. Gosh, man. We talked to Will. We left Will. We came back for Will. We kind of
push-ups.
left him again. We did
Are we
push-ups.
done?
I guess.
That's going to be a string.
Okay. Bye.